Good morning. Monday, we've got a little two-part AMRAP for today. So part one is 10 minutes for max rounds and any reps. 6 single arm thrusters, you've got 8 box step ups. They'll be weighted as well, so with your dumbbell, and then 10 hand release push-ups. So we've got 10 minutes to get as many rounds of that as we can. Once the 10 minutes is up, you're going to rest 2 minutes exactly, and then you can complete part two. So part two is 10 minutes for max rounds and reps again, but this time you're going to be doing 6 get-up sit-ups, which is going to be 3 each side. We'll have a look at those. 8 box jump overs, and then 40 double unders. So again, you've got 10 minutes to get as many rounds through that as you can. So total time is 22 minutes from start to finish, including the rest time. And your score for this one will be total rounds added up for part one and part two. So if you get 5 rounds plus 4 thrusters in this part, that's the start of your scoring. If you get 5 rounds plus 4 reps here as well, your total score will be 10 rounds plus 8 reps. So you're just going to add up your full rounds together and then any additional reps on top of that as well. But yeah, that's part one and part two, and then we'll have a look at the movements and the scaling in just a sec. Okay, we're going to take a look at these movements with Galen. So in this part one, we've got some single arm thrusters. So with your dumbbell into your front rack, and then from there you're going to descend down into your squat. Good, and then pressing that dumbbell out overhead. So we're just trying to get below 90 degrees if possible, and then that full extension of the arm overhead. You're going to be doing 3 on one side and then 3 on the other, which will be your 6 total. Okay, from there she's going to move over to her step-ups. So this can be either unweighted or weighted. If you've got weight with you, you can either go by the side or racked, wherever you like. You're right. And you're going to alternate legs as you go. So you're going to do 4 alternating step-ups. And then once she's done 4, Galen's going to swap that over to the other arm to complete the remainder of the 8 reps. Cool. As I said, this can be done without a weight, depending what you've got with you or what's suitable. Excellent. Same amount of reps still. Okay, and then the hand release push-ups. So we've got a few scaling options as well, but we'll just look at the hand release from the toes and the knees. So get on the floor, hands come off the floor and pressing back out. When you get to the bottom, see how Galen's in a really nice active tight position through the midline, so there's no breaking of the hips. That's where it gets hard when it gets hard. That's the first thing that goes. Otherwise, it's from the knees. Good, same deal again. This is for 10 total reps. If you need to scale that further, it will just be a regular push-up from your toes or your knees, so with no hand release. Or you could also do that on elevated onto a box there as well. Yep. So again, it could be from the toes. Good, you go to the knees. Depending what sort of height of box you've got there, it might be suitable. Okay, so that's the movements for part one. So 10 minutes, as many rounds of that as you can. You're going to rest 2 minutes. Once the 10 minutes is up, and you're going to complete part 2. So this is 6 get-up, sit-ups. So we did a heap of Turkish get-ups the other week. This is just the bottom portion. So it's the same knees bent as the arm. Just coming up in that seated position and back down. That's 1. Good. So Galen's pushing that left heel into the floor. Left elbows into the floor as well. Good. Once you've done 3 there, you're going to swap to the other side, swapping legs and doing 3 there as well. Perfect. So looking for a nice lock out of that elbow. So always pressing hard up into that dumbbell and looking up at it will help keep you nice and straight. Then we've got a box jump and over. So jumping to the top of your box and back down the other side. It can be a jump or a step as long as you're going up and over. If you need to, you can scale that to just a regular box jump. Yeah, gotcha. Or you can do that as a step up like we did in the first part, so part 1. So that would be 8 box jump overs, or it would be 8 step ups. Okay, and then 40 double unders to finish. Now, if you're doing single skips, if you've got a rope, it'll be 80 single skips. Otherwise, you're going to be doing 40 mountain climbers. So Galen's just going to demonstrate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Excellent. You can scale that a little bit further and go elevated onto a box. So just what you've been using in part 1 and part 2. Good. Excellent. 40 reps there. Okay, that brings us to the end of part 1 and part 2. So again, your score is total rounds added up from part 1 and part 2. Any questions, just sling us a message and we'll sort it out for you. Thanks, Galen.